So, when we last left off, Serena had been making her way through the twisting tree lines of Barovia, the ever-present fog seemingly growing closer. On her journey, with a new friend, a desk elf by the name of Casimir, promising to take them to a tower near the northern side of Barovia, near the center of Strahd's domain. Irina, having been recently scarred by an encounter with Strahd's bride, sits silently, only giving out an occasional mumble as they headed down the road. Along the way, they came across a group of travelers that were in the middle of treating an injury. Serena, being the person that she is, offered her assistance and healed up this injured individual. This group of travelers, led by a woman by the name of I have everything here. I believe Wasencia was her name.
Yes.
Woo! Offered some sort of compensation for the help that she just provided. Serena, being the person that she is, said that no help was required, but they were very insistent. So, an arrangement was made for them to continue along down the northern trail where they were headed, in hopes of maybe clearing out or discovering any bad things that would be found there before their route was going through. So they waited for a bit, took a rest, and then took the northern trail after them. Where after a day's worth of travel, they stopped. And Serena, using her brand new spell, created a dome where they can safely sleep without any fear of reconciliation or recompense, rather, from the surrounding denizens of Barovia, aka wolves. During the night, she was visited by another one of Strahd's brides, a woman who introduced herself as Diona. She warned Serena of her impending death and the suffering that she was about to ensue by one of the other brides who seemed very jealous of Irina, and as such scarred her in the way that she is now. She tried to befriend Serena, and Serena was polite back. After some pleasant conversation, Diona left. Serena went back to sleep and awoke the next morning to inform her companions on what just happened. Ismark being particularly difficult to convince. The next day, that morning, they continued along the path where they came upon a large standing tower. This one. That stood near the outskirts of a lake. Serena investigated the tower, seeing a door with the puzzle that you see now, deciding that she wanted no part of it, and went up the scaffolding along the side where there was a hole that she could enter from. Using her wonderful acrobatic skills, she managed to climb up and down a series of chains chains with little issue, explored the upper part of the tower, which was a very well decorated room, and explored down below, opening the door for Casimir, who awaited, Irene and Ismark waiting patiently in Casimir's cart. Having conquered the tower, quote-unquote, they looked around for the person that they were expecting. A bard from the town that they were just recently ejected from. However, the bard has yet to arrive. They waited and waited, and before the bard showed up, they were greeted by a brief encounter with a werewolf and a Vistani woman with a prosthetic leg tied to a horse, barely clinging onto life. Serena quickly rushed over, healed her. The woman informed her that the cart that was on the outskirts of the tower was hers, to go in through the bottom, get some healing supplies, and give it to her, which she did. And now, here they sit. This stranger, who looks like that, panting as she drinks this bright red liquid, and her wounds begin to heal. And looks up, leans on her sword, stands, and looks around very hastily, like she's expecting something. And with that, the story is yours. What would you like to do?
Well, she'll probably first ask her, is something wrong?
Is something wrong? Yeah, yes, it's, I expect that my compatriots will be arriving here shortly, and she cracks her neck and goes back into her cart. I was followed, you see. Trapped, hunted. I am being hunted. And you hear several, shifting sounds coming from within the cart.
Hunted by who?
By the devil himself.
And suddenly, everything that she learned, from Diona, describing this lady, it just hits her. And she is like, one of Strahd's wives told me about you.
Wait, you know Strahd's brides? How? Why?
Well, it's a long story. Basically, the first one that I met, we don't like her. And she basically tortured one of my friends over there. By the way, those are my friends. And she points to people back there.
Yeah.
And
she pokes her head out from the undercarriage where she is entering and exiting from them. A pleasure to make your acquaintance. And she goes back in. So who'd you meet? Amelia? Diona? Beatrice? If you met Beatrice, I assume you'd be dead, so it was probably...
Oh, I haven't met Beatrice yet. The first one I met was, her name was Amelia. She tortured one of my friends,
Sounds like her.
who Strahd seems to have a weird obsession with. And
the woman that you travel with, yeah?
Yeah. Her name is Irina. She hasn't spoken in a few days.
Yes. The daughter of the former burgomaster.
You know her?
I know many things, yes. Among of which, I know of Ismark and Irina quite well. And she comes outside with a backpack that is filled to the brim with all kinds of things.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that's them. And then last night, actually, Diona just found me, and we had a conversation, and she described you. And she basically said that if we were to hang around you, that it would be bad.
Sounds like a good piece of advice. And she puts her bag on her sides. Well, it was a pleasure to meet all of you. And she takes a breath, looks back at the tower, looks back at you, and then looks at Irina. Okay, listen. You saved my life. I will not forget that. I am on the hunt, and I know that Strahd is looking for Irina, and he will be here very soon. How much do you care for your friend?
A lot?
Good. Well then, here is my proposal. I assume that he knows that this is where I have been staying, so he will stop. But only if there is someone here to greet him.
Okay, I don't like what you're implying.
I need you to distract the devil. While me, and now I'm offering your friend Irina a means of escape. Lest we be caught.
Okay.
And decide quickly. Every moment that goes by here draws closer.
No. Okay, you're gonna have to tell me in detail exactly what you want me to do. Like, you want me to go inside your tower, and when Strahd goes knock knock, I answer the door and say hi?
Oh, for the record, this is not my tower. My master was staying here. Perhaps you've heard of him. Maybe a Von Richtan, vampire hunter?
What? No. There was a guy. His name was Rictavo. He told me about this tower.
Where? Where is this Rictavo? What did he look like?
He looked like a well, he was a half elf. He looked
Okay, so not
I don't know,
not him, but he has many ways of disguising himself. Did he seem oddly knowledgeable about Strahds? Maybe carry around weapons?
Well, he did seem knowledgeable. He was. I mean, I thought he was a bard. You know, he used to tell stories in the tavern in Valaki.
Shit. All right. Well, I suppose that will be my next stop when I am no longer found. Thank you. Well,
Wait. Okay, what am I supposed to do with Irina? It's not safe for her here, really.
no, I am going to take her. You're going to go into that tower.
Okay, wait. You're okay. Okay. Wait.
I'm sorry if
you're
I seem like
taking
I'm in a
Irina?
hurry. It's because I am.
Okay, I know you're in a hurry, but like, you're taking Irina?
I am taking her to Kretsk. If she is here and I am here in the tower, it will be like Christmas for Strahd. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I've never. It sounds important.
Yeah.
Okay, so, you're taking Irina to Kretsk. Kretsk?
I am very flustered. I apologize. I am in a hurry.
Okay. I'm assuming it's the village over in that direction, right?
Yes. To the west. Please, hurry. I am Every second.
Okay. What am I supposed to do? Just say hi, Strahd.
Okay.
Hi, Irina's not here. You'll have to find your princess in another castle. Like what?
That's exactly what you need to do if you do not want Strahd to have Irina. Or myself, but I assume you care a lot less about that. I am offering
What's
you
stopping him from going to the next town in Kresik? He'll probably beat me there.
Well, not if I lose him, which he is on my trail right now. And if I am not here, he will not know where I am.
But Irina's going to be with you, and I don't know where to find you, and I can't lose Irina.
I will be in Kretsk. If you wish to see her, look for me there. She will be safe, I promise.
Ismark! Okay, and she's gonna like call Ismark over, like, come here now, like, now.
Esmeralda gets on her horse and starts riding over to the cart. And she starts talking. And Ismark immediately starts flailing his hands, looking like he's pissed off, and you can't quite hear what he's saying.
Yeah, Serena's gonna run over, like...
No way in hell I'm letting you take my sister to a place where I can't see her. Well, then she will be found, and she will be taken. I have no time for this. I am doing this as a favor for... Did you say your name? I apologize.
Me?
Yes.
Serena.
Serena, Esmeralda, I don't know if I introduced myself. Hello. I'm doing this as a favor because you saved my life. I appreciate it, but I need to get on the road. If you do not want to come with me, fine, but Strahd will find you if he is not intercepted here. I am seeing a plan for him, and I am moving.
Okay, how about this? Ismark, go with her.
Wait, what?
Go with Esmeralda with Irina.
3 people on a horse is a little much.
Well, shoot. I don't like this. Is there, how many horses are attached to the cart that we have?
Just one.
Just one? Shoot, we would have to leave the cart here and then go by foot. Oh, that would take forever to travel.
Please,
Shoot.
make your decision quickly.
Esmeralda, please. Are you really out to stop Strahd?
On my honor and all that I am. I am trying to cleanse the land of this evil. And that starts with Strahd's death. On my honor.
All right, well, at least we have the same goal. And if that truly is your goal, then there is no reason for you to harm Irina, right?
No, there is not. Nor is there any reason for me to save her, other than the fact that you just saved my life, and I am trying to return the favor.
All right, if she goes with you and anything happens to her...
I will do my best. And if something happens to her, you will likely find me dead and her in Strahd's care. So, I am sure I will still get the short end of that stick.
And Serena looks to Ismark and she looks really apologetic, like... It probably would be best if Irina went with Esmeralda.
Ismark doesn't look happy about all this.
And Serena's not happy about this either.
Yeah, and then looks back and then sees Esmeralda's urgency. Fuck. Fine. I will see you in Kretsk. Very well. Irina? Irina looks over silently. Come. She squeezes the cart hesitantly. Irina, it's okay. Come on.
And Serena will help Irina out of the cart as well. And she's actually going to go into her backpack and take out her music box and give it to Irina. And Serena says, "Here, until we see you again in Kresik, okay?"
She looks at the music box and smiles. And looks back up at you with a very determined look. Nods. And then hops off the horse, puts it in her satchel, and then leaps on over with one gallop onto Esmeralda. You're agile for a noble. Alright, well, see you in Kretsk, or not. I wish you luck. You are Strahd's plaything, so I do not think he will kill you.
Great.
Just go in the tower. Magic should not work in there, of the spells variety anyway. You will be protected. It is a wonderful place to defend if you are hunted.
What about the gigantic hole in the wall?
I said magic, not physical force.
Great.
It is a start. You are welcome to anything left in the cart after all this is done.
Your room? Well, you have, okay. By the way, you have a head in your room. I assume is that your room, or is that you said your master's room?
That is my master's handiwork.
Yeah, he has a head in there.
I am aware. I thought it was odd too.
Great. Okay. Well, thanks.
Perfect.
We'll see you tomorrow, because the moment Strahd's here, I assume he's coming soon.
I would recommend not going to Kretsk after this, because he will be tracking you. And
of course.
That is the last of that. I need to go. And the crack of the whip, as quick as she came, she rides off in the distance. Casimir waddles over, dumps the tobacco out of his pipe. Really? Strahd's coming?
I guess so.
What the hell are we going to do? We kill him.
If we can. I don't think we can, though. I don't think we're strong enough to kill him right now.
Why not? Sooner rather than later, every moment that he's alive, Irina's in danger.
I know that, but it doesn't do us any good if we're all dead. Then Irina's really in danger.
Well, I trust you.
We can't underestimate him.
What do you say, leader? What are we doing? Are we getting out of here? Are we fortifying ourselves, digging in deep? I've read books about wars before, but I've never...
All right. I guess, Esmeralda said that we should go to the tower and it's basically greet him at the door. So I guess we should fortify. I would take everything in the wagon and take it inside. And anything we have in our wagon, might as well take that inside as well.
Right, already on it.
Too.
And Casimir cracks the reins, and the wagon starts to make its way as close to the muck as it can before the wheels get into it, before Casimir pulls down on the reins, turns the wagon around, and starts loading things into the tower.
Mm-hmm. What do we know? What do we know about vampires? Because actually, what would Serena know about vampires?
Make me a history check.
Yeah, what would Serena know about vampires?
First roll of the night.
History.
So,
she knows like an average amount. Okay.
Yeah, so think the most cliche of cliches. That's probably what Serena knows.
Okay. Well, I don't know what's considered cliche.
Okay.
Other than like, sunlight is bad. They
Yep.
suck blood.
Yep.
And garlic and steak through the heart.
Yep.
And I don't know if she would know about the entry of the doorway. They have to be invited into the home. Is that too specific, or is that general enough?
I'll say that's general enough.
Okay, so then she would be like, okay, so I guess we greet him out the door, but we just don't let him inside. He needs permission, right?
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
Okay, well, I guess we'll stall him. Like she said.
All right.
I have no idea how in the world we're going to do that, but you know, we'll think of something. And then she's going to help start moving stuff from the wagon, both Esmeralda's wagon and their wagon.
Mm-hmm. You hurriedly make your way from your wagon to the tower, and your wagon is unloaded pretty quickly. You didn't carry all that much. You still have Esmeralda's wagon to check through if you would like.
Okay. Yeah, might as well look inside. She very much remembers that, you know, don't open the back door or otherwise boom.
Mm-hmm.
So she's gonna climb under and get things out that way.
Okay. You enter the interior of the wagon, and it is a very tight, a tight space, but it is filled with knickknacks. Make me an investigation check.
Yay. Investigation 21.
Yeah. So, she did take a lot of things when she entered and exited. However, there are still plenty of things left. You see that there is a sculpted wooden cage holding a chicken and a silver little bird. And it has 5 eggs in it. You see that there's a set of manacles and a wooden chest that contains 3 vials of perfume, a mirror, a wooden stake, and a spyglass. Another map of Barovia, and a charred page from someone's journal.
All right, so do I put that in my inventory or
Sure.
do I? Okay. Cool. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Well, you have that whenever you decide to read it.
Okay.
And I'll say, in her hurry, she probably wouldn't have been able to take everything. That would have been of use to her. You also find 3 silvered crossbow bolts. And she would have definitely taken those. Yeah, she was in a hurry. So also, and a set of copper pots and pans worth around 50 gold pieces.
Wow.
You get a sense that this woman, not exactly poor.
All right, all right. She has the full kitchen set. Okay.
Got everything?
I think so.
All right, well, if you have any fortifications that we want to do in the interior of the tower, now's the time.
Okay, I'm just gonna make my list of inventory in my own little post-it note. Okay. Okay. We have to do something about the hole outside.
Can we? That hole's huge. Also,
Whoa.
how are we supposed to get up? And he looks up.
What? Well, we can use the door. I opened the door.
No, like, up. Are we just supposed to stay? Do we not want to go at the top where there are windows?
Oh.
How'd you get up?
I climbed up.
Oh,
Okay. How about
that's-
this? Okay. I'm just trying to think of how the invitation inside thing works. That gigantic hole, I don't know if that counts as a door. So I'm thinking, we don't have to put like bricks up there. We could just make it like a blanket or whatever and see if that counts as like you're not allowed in this place.
In my experience, I mean, these could just be wives' tales. We don't know, but a residence is a residence. I mean, the details. I mean, I suppose covering the hole wouldn't hurt, but I can't imagine it would do too much, other than to fortify that position a little bit.
Well, it wouldn't really be fortifying. It's a blanket, but I don't know. It make me feel better.
Sure, I suppose so.
Okay.
Doesn't change the fact that I need to be able to get up there. I can't.
Well, I could do it.
So we're just supposed to stay down here? Isn't up the top, high ground and all that, isn't that the better place to be?
Yes. Well, I guess we could talk to Strahd from the window instead of that front door.
That sounds a little more appealing to me.
Yeah, that sounds better. That sounds more appealing to me too. Okay, we'll just do that. And then, so Serena is, she's gonna grab a blanket and try to go and cover, the rock hole thing.
As you make your way to the chain, and finagling your way back up, Ismark is like, "Yeah, I can't do that."
Why not? You're a strong young person. Just and she's like, struggling.
Yeah. You are, again, I'm going off of the rolls that you rolled last time to be able to move up and down this chain. And you are going up this thing like a champ, like it's nobody's business.
Yeah, she like, as far as like, I almost said aerobics. As far as her acrobatics go, like she's pretty live. Climbing trees, no problem. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know about Ismark.
Yeah. Ismark
He's
looks.
probably not climbing trees.
Ismark looks around. What about these gargoyles? They're holding the chains. Maybe they have something to do with all this?
Are they gargoyles or are they like statues?
They're gargoyles, which are statues, and they are clasping onto the chains.
Ah, okay. I don't know what those are or what they do. I don't know. I assume it's just four gargoyles.
That's exactly what they seem to be.
Well, great. I'm glad we have an understanding.
Yeah.
So
I don't know, magic?
What? And she kind of slides to the bottom, like, because she's not just gonna hold on the chain. I don't know. I mean, if they're magical, I don't know how they work. And I guess, is there anything special about them that would indicate they're magical? Like,
make me an Arcana check.
21.
You take a cursory glance, and your elven lineage kind of kicks in. You have a natural attunement to these things, and these statues do appear to have that same feeling that you get when you are in the presence of magical objects or items.
Okay. So it probably is magical in some way. We just don't know how or what it does.
I could try hitting them.
Okay, I know that's your first thought to many things, Ismark, but I'm not sure hitting them is going to work.
You could try asking them.
Hi gargoyles. I'm Serena. I know I'm not your master. What was his name?
Are you asking me?
I'm asking both of you. Like, you guys. Oh, you guys weren't there at the time. What was his name? Oh, Van Richtan. Okay. So, hi. I know I'm not Van Richtan, but I was wondering if any of you guys could respond and tell me what in the world you guys do. Okay, thanks.
There's no response. Well,
Yeah.
it was worth a shot.
Okay. Well,
I still think I should hit him.
go ahead and try hitting them, Ismark. You do what your heart desires, all right? I just don't think that's gonna work.
All right. Takes out a sword. Shink. And he smashes into this golem's side, and the golem animates. And it looks pissed, and I need you to roll initiative.
Dang it, Ismark!
What?
7.
All right. 7. All right. Okay.
Okay, so I assume first floor.
Yeah. All right. You are now in combat.
Perf.
Okay. So, looking at these stats real quick. Oh, shit. All right.
Are we gonna get crushed
Here we go.
before Strahd even shows up?
Okay.
Strahd's gonna show up and see we're all pancakes.
Here we go. As these 4 golems animate themselves, ready to defend themselves, and you are on top of one.
Oh, okay, fine. Here, I'll move over. Here you go, Golem.
Yeah. And, yeah. Oh my god. Okay. 4. Here we go. Okay.
Alright, well. Good thing we have our favorite spell. And, these are, these things will likely have disadvantage against Shatter.
That's a good assumption.
Well, I'm gonna try it when it's my turn.
All right.
If they don't crush me first.
Yeah. Okay. You rolled a 7. So we have 1. Oh yeah, and his mark. What do you got? 11. Okay, start off with the green golem. And where the heck did Casimir go? Oh, he was buried. Green golem is gonna wail away at his mark.
How big is this tower? Like
this tower,
ground wise?
This tower is
Because it's important.
Yeah. Right. That's a thing.
For my spell, it's important.
The tower stands 80 feet tall.
The height, I was more talking about like floor length.
Oh, floor length? I have 10,
Yeah.
15, 20, 25. 25 feet in length.
Shoot. Okay. So if it is 25 feet in length, that means if I use Shatter, our characters need to line the wall because the spell is a 10-foot radius. So it's a 20 by 20. So that means like on Serena's turn, she's going to be like, guys, everybody like wallflower, like we...
It's one of those hits. And yeah, I was not prepared for this. Oh my god. One of those hits and slam. This clay golem thwacks Ismark on his side. And
his ribs are broken.
yeah, he looks like he is hurting real good. And
dang it, Ismark.
The wound that he was hit hardens on his side. And he tries to glance away at it, but this wound is filled in with clay. And it seems to be spreading, and Ismark looks like... honestly, he's looking really rough.
Ooh.
That was... yeah, no, he is looking really rough after one... oh my god, yeah, this is a thing. This is a thing. And up next is Ismark, and after getting hit once, and... he grits his teeth, and looks at you, Serena. No, no way, no way. And looks up at the chains. Fuck! And he holds onto the side, tries to climb up it, but he just can't do it. And his hands keep sliding. Shit! And grits his teeth, and he's gonna move right there, looking like he's making his way toward the exit. Serena, I can't! And the clay seems to be spreading, and it looks like it's killing him. And
good.
Casimir is like, all right, I suppose it's my time to show you what I can do. And he casts a spell, and it immediately fizzes out. Oh, shit.
I can't shatter either because it's magic. Ismark, why you gotta ruin everything? Oh my gosh, we're gonna be running outside, and Strahd's gonna be like, "Hi guys." Oh my god.
Oh shit.
I guess we just have to go. We have to leave. Like we have to just run out the front door. Like we don't have another good option.
Yep.
Because what am I gonna do? Smash it with my violin?
Yeah.
No.
And the red golem is gonna lay into Ismark a couple times and hit both times. Luckily, Ismark is infuriated right now, so that should help with some of that damage. And with these two punches, boom, boom, Ismark is slammed against the wall. And he needs to make a con save. And saves. So, Ismark is smashed against the wall. The clay looks like it's trying to spread all around him and cover the wounds. And he loses consciousness. But is still alive. And with that, Serena, it is your turn. Casimir looks like he's seen a ghost. Ismark is passed out, being surrounded by these golems. And you are here. And Ismark looks like he is about to die. They look like they're about to gang up on Casimir, and he's about to meet the same fate. What are you doing?
What the heck is happening here? What the heck? We were having a lovely time before all this happened. Ismark, why I have to rant about Ismark for a second.
Okay.
Why is it always your first thought to hit stuff? Why is it just like just kill it? Okay, you're the murder hobo. in every D&D group that's just like you cause problems. Like why do you do this to us? Huh? This is a one-on-one and I wasn't expecting something like this to happen. Dang it. I humor you one time, Ismark, and now everyone's about to die. Great. Thanks a lot.
Well, you have your options. You have your things, you have your tools. What are you doing, Nola?
Everything is spell-based. Okay, I got it. Okay. I have Bardic Inspiration. I have Divine Sense. What? No. Lay on hands ain't gonna help. No.
No spells will work in this tower.
No spells will work. Okay. Well, shoot. Dang, everything I have is some kind of spell. Bardic Inspiration doesn't count as a spell, though. That's just music.
It's true.
It's
not. I would say that it isn't a spell. You do have your ace in the hole, and I'm going to tell you right now, things are looking real bad.
What?
Your things are looking real bad.
Oh, you mean the Strahds chose? Oh my gosh. Well, that is find yourself able to push beyond with an extra action bonus action.
Yeah.
A reaction.
And things are looking really bad.
Okay.
These things are way stronger than I give them credit for.
So you're gonna accidentally kill the party? You're gonna accidentally just end this campaign because of friggin' Ismark?
Yeah. Hey, blame Ismark, not me.
Oh yeah, you're right. Okay. Well, okay. So are they still beating up Ismark, or they left him alone after he dropped?
That's actually a good question. Let me read here, because this is kind of intense.
This is kind of important.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting things to go from 0 to 50 to like 6 billion in 2 seconds. Okay. And if it was gonna happen, I thought it would be with Strahd, not with this thing.
You know what?
Man, if I had shot,
I will say that they do seem to be leaving him alone. And they look like they are about to murder you and Casimir.
My favorite. All right. Chat's freaking out.
This is... Not gonna lie, this is a potential TPK situation. What are you doing?
All right. Well. I'm gonna have to distract them and get Casimir to get Ismark out. Of course, if they focus on me and I end up to miss my roll, I'm legit dead.
What are you doing?
The only spell I can even do is Bardic Inspiration. I don't even think I can play that on myself.
We said beforehand, since this is a one-on-one, that we allowed you.
Oh, I can't use it on myself because it's a one-on-one. Okay,
yeah.
So
what are you doing?
But then I can't, and then I do have cutting words. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do. I am going to have. Okay, so Serena's gonna yell out for Casimir to get Ismark out of the tower, and Serena is going to she's going to taunt them.
Make me a performance check. What do you say?
What the heck would she say? She'd probably, I don't know, like pick up like a rock in the room or something and throw it at one of them and say, I don't know, like, hey, look at me. You're all not supposed to be alive right now, actually.
The
I'm
burn.
not really intimidating. I just don't want you to kill my friends. She's like...
Make me a performance check.
18.
These creatures all look over at you. What are you doing?
Okay, so she's on the outside of, well, I moved Serena over because he popped over here, but technically Serena should be in the middle, where the chain is, right?
Yeah, I'll say yeah, sure.
She's gonna climb up.
You're gonna climb up.
Mm-hmm.
I will say that just by the nature of actions, all 4 of them will get attacks of opportunity out of you, unless you take the disengage action along with it.
Well, she's not gonna attack.
They will. You have distracted them, and if you move out.
Oh, that is my. Okay, so I guess that would be my action. Ah. Okay, so they would. Oh, 4 attacks of opportunity. Shoot.
You got your options.
And I can only do 1.
Yep, because you're not a rogue.
Cutting words.
Well, yeah, and you also can't disengage as a bonus action.
Man.
You've got options now, though. You seem to have gotten their attention.
I don't know if apologizing would work.
You've made your performance check. You've gotten their attention.
I don't know if like playing them like a lullaby would like make them go back to sleep. Like just forget all of this ever happened, okay? I don't know if this is gonna work at all, or if they're just going to keep clobbering her because they got offended that Ismark hit them, okay? But they already hit Ismark back, okay? So
It's true.
I guess you know what? She's gonna have her violin ready, and she's basically going to say, "Okay, listen. Please, we are so sorry. Okay, we need to stay in this tower. Your Master Van Richten's apprentice let us stay here. We're sorry our friend hit you, but you already hit him, so you guys are even. Okay." So just go back to sleep, and we'll be all friends, right?
What are you doing?
We'll just all be friends.
You're staying put?
Yeah, and she's going to use her Bardic Inspiration actually to raise that 18, because I almost wonder if that 18's not high enough to make something like that happen.
Sure, go ahead and roll your Bardic Inspiration.
Another 3. Okay, a 21.
Okay. So.
I don't even know if you understand what in the world I'm saying.
So you end your turn?
I'm sorry. Yeah, I guess so. A petition.
All
See
right.
if that works. And while she's like, Vladimir, get him out.
I will say, as your turn comes to an end, they all look at you. They stare intently. And that's what the other 2 ones do on their turn. And then a little bit goes by where there's just a standoff between everyone in that tower and you. And then they go back, grab the chains, and turn still again. And you get a sense that that's their purpose. They were just defending themselves. Now that Ismark was down, that purpose was met and you're out of combat. If you had attacked them, or done anything to them,
Well, I
Casimir's
threw
spell,
a rock at them, but
if
I mean that
Casimir's
didn't hurt them. It was just to get to their attention.
if Casimir's spell wouldn't have been diffused. But as of now, they just seem very content holding the chain again, since Ismark was really the only one that attacked them.
Okay, well, where is Casimir and Ismark? Are they outside now?
They're on either side, and Ismark is bleeding profusely.
Oh, great. Okay, so she's gonna have to run over and help him.
Okay. What are you doing?
Yeah, a real quick. Death save of a 2. That's not great.
Ismark
So
fading
she
further into
is.
blackness.
Yeah, I know. She is going to use a Cure Wounds. That's an 11.
Mark down that spell slot. As you cast the spell,
Ah, dang it! There's no music. Shoot.
it fizzes out, and Casimir
Okay,
looks
fine.
over.
Oh,
I recommend we try to do that outside, maybe.
like I told you, get him outside. And then she helps, try to drag him out the door. Like she's frustrated right now.
Mm-hmm. Ismark, you drag him out. He isn't looking too good.
All right. So have we dragged him outside?
You dragged him outside.
Okay. Now she's gonna try to heal him. Dang it! That was an 8 too. All right, another one. Look at this. A 5. There you go.
Ismark comes back to life. The clay, still very much present and eating away at his side.
Okay.
Sorry.
Why is your first instinct to always hit things? Okay, here, let me see if this will work. And she's gonna try to cast Lesser Restoration. I don't know if that's enough to work, but we're gonna try it. There you go.
Removed by. Yeah. It says greater, so when you use Lesser Restoration, you get a sense that the spell is having an effect, but it needs to be amplified in order for it to really take hold as the clay is crawling up his torso.
No. Maybe I'll try this spell. And she's gonna try Dispel Magic. See if that works.
Okay. Spell magic. Yeah. Okay. You reach down, like, okay, no, that didn't work. Dispel magic. The clay begins to soften and change color. And begins to flake off a lot easier. And as it flakes off, the flowing stream of crimson starts to pour out of him as his wounds begin to show themselves. But as such, they can now also be healed.
Right, and now she's going to use Cure Wounds at level 2. Oh, come on.
Okay.
Nice. All right, well, that's an 11.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Selena?
Yeah?
And Casimir is looking blankly. The look of fear on his face. Near the entrance. The trail that you came from. As you see a silhouette start to form. Bright red lights on top of this horse-like shadow dancing. And then you see that the mane also begins to give off a light. A humanoid figure sitting at the top.
We have to get inside. Come on.
All right, I'll take care of his mark. I'll take care of his mark. Just drags him back on the inside. The golems seem preoccupied, and both Ismark and Casimir are eyeing the golems very wearily as the visage of the devil himself makes himself known. With each clop of the nightmare that he rides, flames emitting from each clomp that the horse sets down on, eyes glowing bright red, and a younger visage of Strahd von Zarovich making his way ever closer to von Richtan's tower. Wearing fine, noble armor, adorned in nice furs, a serious look on his expression. He puts up his hand in acknowledgement of you all and starts making his way toward you.
Is the door open?
The door is wide open.
No, that needs to be closed now. Is there a window on the actual tower itself on the first floor?
There are no windows on the first floor.
Okay, well, shoot. Well, the idea was for, Strahd would arrive and Serena would be on like the third floor looking out the window to talk to him.
He is making his way ever closer. He makes his way to the exterior of the bog, gets off of his nightmare.
You know what?
The sound of clanking of armor, making his way toward the tower.
Literally is going to just back to the door and close the door, and she's in front of the door.
You close the door.
She's on the outside of the tower, and she closed the door behind her.
Okay. Serena, what are you? You close the door. The sound is muffled, dead on the inside. Strahd strolls towards you, his armor clacking and shaking as with each step that he takes, his nightmare just staring, making his way through the muck, and approaches.
And Serena's gonna try to look as brave as possible.
Make me a performance check.
Okay. 8.
As is normal in this circumstance. And with that nervous expression, I need you... Actually, first of all, he's just gonna greet you. He approaches and stands tall. Serena's like 5'3", yeah? Something like that?
5'3", 5'4". Yeah, she's petite.
Yeah, he stands a little over a head above you, and he looks down. It is a great pleasure to see you again.
I wish I could say the same for you.
Oh, come on. Is that any way to address your lord?
You're the lord of this land, but you are not my lord.
Such blatant insubordination. You know, I really prefer to do things diplomatically in situations like these. I've watched you. I've seen what you've done. Very impressive. I called you a worm before, but I was wrong. You're more fierce than that. You're like a wolf. So, what will a cornered dog do? If I ask, and she takes a big whiff, and right around now you realize the blood that's mingling on your clothes from Esmeralda's wounds.
Oh no! I never cleaned it, did I?
The woman. The Vistani. Where is she? Irina. The one you travel with. Where is she?
And she's very nervous at this point, and she thinks she's hiding it, but it's not very well hidden at this point.
The footsteps that Strahd left in the muck. Skeletal fingers start to make their way around them as bones start to rise from around the muck from every step that he took up until this point. And wolves start to line the exterior of the tower, staring at you, their eyes reflective in the sunlight from the darkness. Even from this distance you can see. And Strahd is looking at you very intently. Where are they?
They're not here.
I believe you. Do you know where they went, little wolf?
I won't tell you.
Cute. I admire your bravery, little wolf. And he reaches his hand out, brushes your hair aside. Don't be afraid. And he gives you a charming smile. And I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, great. Wisdom save. A 9. Wait, I will mention. She has Fey ancestry.
That's against being slept, yeah?
Fey ancestry has to do with both charm and sleep. Sleep, I believe, is immune, but yeah, okay, so it's advantage against charm.
Okay, go ahead and roll again.
Sorry, the only reason I mentioned this is just
Go ahead, roll again.
Anyway. I hope it's not another garbage roll. It's an even worse roll. It's an even worse roll.
So, here is the verbiage.
Okay.
I will let you decide what this means to you. You haven't forgotten everything. It's not as if this person you would fight and die for this person. This is the verbiage of the charm effect. You see Strahd as a trusted friend that needs to be heeded and protected. That's it. It's a very broad interpretation. But
Okay.
as this charm takes hold, you can tell me where is Irina and that Vistani woman?
Okay, so I'm thinking, even though. Okay, so I'm trying to use this logic. Let's say Strahd was my best friend.
Still trying to kill your other friends.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely.
But well, I'm trying to think of this. I have 2 friends. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
One friend is in love with another friend. Okay. Even though I'm friends with friend A, I'm still friends with friend B, and I know friend B doesn't like friend A.
It's true.
Okay.
However,
and I'm this weird in between that both friends talk to get into each other, try to figure out each other's lives, and it's really complicated.
It's true.
And even though I love friend A, I'm not going to tell them about friend B because I know friend B wouldn't want me to let them know about like what friend A is trying to find them.
But you do trust him.
I trust him, but I know that my second friend would not want me to tell. It's like when a couple breaks up and then they block each other on the internet, and then friend A goes to me going, "Hey, so I got a new phone. I'm trying to get in contact with this other person.
Yes, I left my
do you mind
shoes
giving
at
me
their house.
Yeah, I left my shoes. Do you? I'm trying to contact them. Do you mind giving me their information?"
Yeah.
And even though I'm friends with both, I know that they would not want me to give them their information, even though I do trust them in any other situation. Does that make sense? Am I making any sense with this metaphor?
No, I do. I do understand. Yeah, and it's very broad, and I will allow you to interpret it that way. Just know that you trust Strahd completely, and you view him as a very, very close friend.
Strahd, I would tell you, but I don't think either of them would want me to tell you where they are.
Understandable. Come. Why don't we take a walk? And the mist begins to clear a little bit and part its way into a forest, a path, as the procession of undead and wolves part the way for you.
Okay. Okay, well, I guess we'll go for a walk.
You make your way down, and the zombies and the skeletons watch as you go and make their way near the exterior of the tower, surrounding it. Don't worry. I won't harm the people that you're hiding inside, I promise. I always keep my word.
I'm glad to hear that.
And you make your way in to the forest with your new best friend.
My new best friend. Yay! My new best friend, Strahd.
You make your way through the twisted tree line of the woods. He looks to the side and notices that there is a little bit of greenery on one of the dead trees, with a tiny bud of a flower. He picks it and hands it over to you.
Oh, thank you. And she takes it.
My pleasure. So tell me, how does Barovia fare? How are you liking my country so far?
Well, I don't know how to say this nicely, but it's very different than where I am from. I miss the sun. There are some nice things about Barovia, though. I I think some of the people in this country are lovely. And I suppose the aesthetic would be, well, it's, and she's trying to be nice about it. All right, even if it's her best friend, you know what? Sometimes you gotta just be real. The fashion here is a little drab. The trees are dead for the most part. And I almost got killed by scarecrows.
Those scarecrows can be annoying. They're everywhere, you know.
Yes.
Well, I'm sorry it isn't to your liking. I have had quite an enjoyable time hearing about the things that you've done. For the most part. I will say, Serena, it's a little unnerving to see that you've acquainted yourselves with the likes of that Vistani woman.
Oh, you mean Esmeralda?
Yes, that's the worm's name.
I just met her recently, and
I figured. I've had my eyes on you, and I didn't see you interacting with her before. Do you know what that woman did to me, Serena?
well, one of your wives. Oh, I met one of your other wives. She said that she tried to hurt you.
Yeah. She tried and succeeded to break into my home and murder me.
What? And she's like looking at like, but you're here.
She tried.
Huh?
She failed. I sent... And from what I've heard, you met. I sent Diona to intercept her. She succeeded, but it appears as if she got away. You made quite an impression on her, you know. Gives you a very plastic smile. I think you two would be great friends.
Well, I suppose I will have to say that I got along with Diona much better than your other wife, Emilia. She
is being reprimanded for what she did. Fear not.
I see. But anyway, yeah, Diona and I had somewhat of a polite conversation.
I'm glad. Tell me. Do you wish to kill me? And he stops and looks at you very earnestly.
Well, I did. For a few moments. After what your wife had done to Irina. Honestly, very much yes. But right now, absolutely not. I couldn't even think of doing such a thing.
Of course. You know. It's not easy being the lord of a land like this. Being trapped. Being forced to relive your worst failure and be reminded of it at every waking moment. And he gets up real close. And right around now, you realize that his hands and his fingernails look particularly sharp.
What do you mean?
Know that I am sorry for resorting to such cheap tricks. In a few moments, you will know what I mean, but for now, I just want to extend a friendly invitation. I would like for you and your friends to join me for dinner at my castle. That's it. We can talk all this out.
Oh, well, I don't see why not.
Excellent. He takes out an envelope that's sealed. Hands it over to you.
And she takes it.
Yeah. I know you have other business to attend to. I will find Irina and the worm that she is with. I will. And you are my favorite little plaything. And the claws scratch your chin a little bit as he holds it up. But...
And she's a little uncomfortable, like, ow.
Yeah. But... I warn you. These people that you are associating yourself with. The little escapade that you pulled with the priest. Killing my wife's friends, which, though I could care less about, did make things a little bit more difficult for me.
Oh, I didn't know that they were her friends. I didn't know at the time at all that you had a wife at all. If I had known, I certainly would have changed things.
I'm sure. But I want to make things very clear, little wolf. And the air around him starts to get cold, and the mist starts to encroach all around him. You swear. The temperature drops a good 20 degrees.
Oh.
Your teeth begin to chatter. And the feeling of dread begins to build up. I warn you. If you get in the way of what must be done in this realm, I will hunt you down. I don't want to do that. You've provided me quite a bit of entertainment. And his teeth begin to show fangs and become sharper. Stay away from my prey.
And she can't even say anything right now. Like, she's like genuinely terrified.
And his face goes back to the boyish one. Gives you another smile. Don't worry. I am sure you will make the right decision. Someone as adequate as you. By the way, I hear that you're looking for the finer accessories. There is a town that you missed. In Valaki. Wonderful dressmakers, should you find yourself back there. They have their establishment is in a back alley isn't marked. Very hard to find. No displays, but they make wonderful gowns that my brides commission very frequently.
Oh.
And
I wish I would have known.
yeah, and Diona is hastily looking for a dress of vermilion make. By the way, did you like the gift that I sent?
Oh, yes. It made me feel incredibly nostalgic, though.
Maybe if we work together, we can make sure that you find your way back.
Really?
If we work together, perhaps I could arrange something.
And she's thinking, and I mean, she's still under the spell.
Yep.
But
You trust him.
yeah. Oh, I do miss home.
He looks at your side and notices the wooden stake that is protruding from it. He reaches over, and a skeletal hand forms from his hand and grabs the wooden stake and pulls it out of your bag. Interesting.
Oh,
It floats in his hand, and he grasps it.
I found it in Esmeralda's things.
You really seek to kill me, don't you? And he grabs your hands very gently, strong, firm, calloused hands, and he puts special care into making sure that he is very gentle, but it is very firm, and he wraps your hand around the stake and takes a step in, very gently pushing the sharp end against his chest. Do you really think you could free me of this curse? Do you really think that? As the charm effect fades away, and you are holding a stake directly at Strahd's heart, and he is just very gently holding your hands. Do it.
It takes her a second to like register everything back to like normal from like, you know, the charmed state.
Yeah. And you realize everything that you knew, that you were charmed, and everything that's happened. You know that the castle, that the tower is surrounded by ghouls and wolves, and you now hold a stake that is very gently pushing into Strahd's chest. You really think that you have what it takes to put an end to me? If that's the case, give it your best shot. Now he begins to squeeze your hands a little bit more firmly. Do it.
She's wondering if he's like testing her or like taunting her for some reason, and at this point she's just like, first of all, she's very angry that, you know, he charmed her like that.
Yeah, everything comes rushing back. Make me an insight check.
All right.
His eyes are dead. His vocal tone changes. His facial expression changes. But the words that he says are always hollow. And he is really hard to read because of that. You can't make out what he's doing.
You want me to free you from your curse? Then fine. And she like brings it back a little bit and tries to stab it in.
The stake plunges into his chest. Goes really deep. You push it further in. No blood.
And she's like, wait a minute. She's like really shocked that like
he is still grasping.
nothing
He
happened.
is still gently holding your hands. Nothing, not even a flinch. You are fascinating. And he begins to show his teeth.
Why did that not work?
He grabs and plunges your hands in a little deeper, so the stake goes in further, and he gets in real close to you, breaking the distance as the wooden stake is going deeper and deeper into his person. If you seek to put an end to what I am doing, you'd best be prepared to lose everything, little wolf. And his eyes are bloodshot, and you're looking at this peeled back, taut skin, and his mouth begins to get wider and wider as this image from your nightmare when you were knocked unconscious from the scarecrow manifests itself into this visage.
And she screams and tries to pull her hand back.
Make me an athletics check.
Why is it always athletics? Shoot, how come it can't be acrobatics? Wait. 12.
He's holding you in place. You're trying to, and you're twisting the stake as you're doing it, and he is not reacting at all. Don't be afraid, little wolf. I won't kill you yet. I think you may be. You may have some potential. Come to dinner. And let's go. And the stake comes out. And there isn't even a hole in his clothes where you put out his stake.
And she's reeling back like,
I'll be waiting. And as for that little boy that's guarding Irina, and those people at the Vistani camp, that father, I know everything. Don't get in my way.
and she just has to look away. She can't. She isn't able to do anything. Like, she thought the stake would have done something.
Literally
and
nothing.
she realizes that like she is not near strong enough to take on this guy. So she just has to like defer and just she just looks at the ground.
Look at me when I am speaking.
And like she looks up just for the sake of like having to.
Mm-hmm. I am a generous lord, and I keep my word. You are alive right now because I believe that you were ignorant of what you were doing. If you continue along this path, I will show you no mercy. Am I understood?
Yes.
Good. Turns back to that boyish face. And you know, for the record, I do think that there is potential in you. And I would like to chat with you over dinner. What do you like? I can have the very best things made for you.
She looks at him like he just threatened to kill her, and now he's like, "What do you want to eat for dinner?" Like, what? Like, and she just, it's like, I don't know. Seafood.
Perfect. I'll make the arrangements. I'll expect to be seeing you shortly then. I have your word. You'll arrive to my castle and have dinner with me and my consorts. It'll be lovely. We can chat and get any miscommunications that may have arisen. I can show you my castle. It's a wonderful place. Named after my mother, you know.
I imagine it's lovely. And she's just thinking like he could literally just like stab her in the heart like right now. Like, and she knows that she has to like, she's not strong enough to directly defy him. So it's like, all right, well, unless he plans to poison her, which what would be the point of that? He could kill her in about 50 billion different ways. So she's like, all right, fine, I'll visit your castle for dinner.
Excellent. I look forward to seeing you. But until then, I have a worm to catch. And he makes his way towards you, back toward the road. I recommend that you stay in that tower for a bit. Best you not be there when I find her. She is quite difficult to track. Same with her fucking master. And storms off. And for a brief moment, you sense sincere irritation. Watch yourself, Serena. There's only so much a little wolf can do in Barovia. I look forward to seeing what you try, though. And should we become enemies... And he disappears into the mist. And from right behind you, you hear... I consider it to be an honor to fight you.
And she like turns around and like draws her blade, like not really thinking that she's gonna be able to fight him, but like more for her own comfort.
Mm-hmm. And just like that, he is gone. And you are left alone.
And she's gonna turn around and run straight back to the tower.
You book it. And as you make your way back, that little bit of green that Strahd picked the flower from is completely dead. You run. And as you make your way back, you see that there is one wolf with gray with a white patch on his chest, just sitting near the outskirts, watching the tower. And it notices you as you go by, and it doesn't react. As you make your way, the undead are not there, and the door is shut. And the nightmare is also gone.
Great. So basically all that's left is the wolf staring at the tower.
Mm-hmm.
Great. Well, she's gonna, hurry to the door, and she's going to bang on the door to ask, Ismark, let me in.
The door. There's no response.
And she's gonna try to bang on the door more, like, hello, what's going on?
All right. You bang on the door. And there's no response.
No. And she's gonna try to open the door.
The door is locked with this symbol that you see before you.
Dang it! And she tries to go climb up the scaffolding, like, to try to get in.
Yeah. You make your way down to the scaffolding, and you see near the exterior of this dilapidated building. Here, I'll put you back. And you make your way up to the dilapidated second floor. Oh no, it's the third floor, actually. The dilapidated third floor.
Right there.
Yep. And your Casimir say, stay back, foul creatures. I've got some.
Casimir, it's me.
Oh, thank. How did we meet?
What?
How did we meet?
Okay, there's a village outside of, Valaki. I rescued, a girl, she's like my friend, but I forgot her name.
Mm-hmm.
Arabelle.
Yep, Arabelle.
Yes, Arabelle. Yes. I rescued Arabelle from being drowned in a lake, and then I went to
good
the
enough.
village. I almost got slaughtered by a scarecrow.
I believe you. I won't invite you in, but if you can come in, please do.
Okay, and she just walked in.
Yep. Making your way down the chains. Ismark is hunched up against the corner, still bleeding pretty bad. What the hell happened?
I'm not even sure what he did. I don't know if he used a spell or if it's just something that he can do, but I don't know. For a while, I didn't see him as an enemy at all. And he asked me to go on a walk, and I just went. And we talked. And then he took one of the stakes that I had on me and told me to stab him through the chest. And I did.
And Ismark's eyes go wide.
And that didn't do anything.
He went from concerned to a really high to a really low in a span of a few seconds.
Yeah, he's having an emotional roller coaster right now.
Define nothing.
As in, the stake didn't even damage the clothing he was wearing.
But it went in.
Straight through. My hand was nearly through his chest.
Ismark looks at his sword. Oh, how fucking good this will do. Ting, ting, throws it at the ground and it tinks and echoes all around the room. He just buries his face in his hands.
Well, that
he
is...
warned.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Go ahead.
No. Casimir pipes up.
I told you. The secret to killing him is at the Ember Temple. Nothing else will matter. I told you. And you insisted on coming here to meet a friend. I told you.
And he
Well-
reaches into his pocket to find more tobacco, and he realizes that he's out. Puts his pipe away.
The thing is, he warned me about staying around Esmeralda, and he sort of confirmed that she tried to kill him and his wives, and I think he implied that she almost did it.
Really?
He knows something about how to kill Strahd, because Strahd is very, I don't know if it's intimidated or annoyed with her, but he seems to actually see her as a threat. So she knows what she's doing. And if we want to destroy Strahd, we need her knowledge.
Oh, all right. So we're going to Kretsk then?
Well, hang on. We will, but maybe not directly. We are being watched.
What about your friend? Wasn't he supposed to meet us? I mean, Rictavio.
I don't know what happened to him. Like, he led me here. I don't know. My memory's fuzzy, honestly.
He said he would meet us here.
I just don't know when.
How long do we wait?
What time is it?
It's probably late afternoon by this point.
Yeah, well, at this point, she's just gonna be like, we should probably stay here for the night.
Well, you'll see, no hesitation from me. I wonder if that woman had any tobacco in her cart. All Vistana have it.
And he opens up the door and steps outside. And heads to the wagon.
Careful, you have to get in from under.
Yeah,
under the cart.
underneath.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
And
Yeah.
he crawls in through the muck.
Oh, it's...
Also, yeah, actually, that reminded her. She's gonna clean off her clothing because, dang it, she forgot.
Yeah.
She had blood on her.
Yeah. Prestidigitation. Clean as a whistle.
Nothing.
Well, I suppose you'll just have to do without. Oh no. And then she like just turns around like, okay, whatever.
Ismark has a look of... It's a cocktail of sorrow and guilt and hopelessness and self-pity.
Serena's gonna go over to him and sit next to him, and if he's still bleeding and hurt, she is going to try to heal him up.
Okay. He is still very hurt.
Okay, well, another cure wound.
Another cure wound.
Here. And she puts her hand on, where he's injured.
The wounds heal up a lot more. Thanks.
Of course.
What can we do? We travel all the way here from the village. To keep my sister safe. And now we learn that the only person that might know something is someone else. The only thing I can do, and he grasps his sword, is this. And this does nothing. What's the point?
What's the point? Ismark, you're not going to give up on Irina, are you?
No, of course not. But if I can't kill Strahd, what am I even doing here? What difference would it have made if Irina was here? I wouldn't have been able to do anything. I just got killed by a bunch of stone freaks. I can't do anything, Serena. I'm useless.
Ismark. Irina needs you. Whether you feel useless or not.
What about Strahd?
Yeah, you feel useless. Just mentioning Strahd. Here I am trying to kill him, and he just played me like a puppet. I'm over here having a stroll with him. He invited me to dinner. I just said, yeah, sure, lovely. Let's have a little tea party. Ugh. Played me like a fiddle.
So what can we do? If he finds Irina, we won't be able to do anything.
Well, whether or not we know what in the world we're doing, I'm still gonna do my best to stop him and to protect Irina. Even if it seems futile. And it's not hopeless. Again, Esmeralda seems to know what she's doing, enough to anger Strahd and for Strahd to send his wives after her and personally try to go after her. And perhaps her master, Van Richtan, he might even be more well-equipped to fight Strahd. If we can just have access to their knowledge, maybe there is something that we can do.
Make me a persuasion check with advantage.
Oh, with advantage. Hang on. Okay, 16.
Yeah, I may not be able to do anything against him. But That doesn't mean I can't help the people that can.
And Casimir comes back in, smoking his pipe.
She had tobacco. Good shit, too. So we are making ourselves, comfortable here. What say we head for the Amber Temple in the morning? Can't go to Kretsk. Might as well go somewhere productive.
No. There's still... the place where the were-ravens told us. We need to visit there first. While we're here, it's not... I mean, it doesn't look like it's that far away, and she pulls out the map. And she says, we're almost there already. We might as well try to see this place first before we go to the Amber Temple.
Well, alright. I'm telling you though, there is only one way to stop him. I don't know what it is, but I promise you, it is at the Ember Temple. And every moment that we sit idle is a wasted moment.
I agree, but I can't let this lead go. I would feel much better having visited this place and finding nothing than not having to worry about it anymore, than to go to the Amber Temple, then realize something we need is over here at this place.
And what makes you... Right, Madam Eva. You're right. Madam Eva is always right. I will trust her. As everyone does. In the morning, then.
In the morning.
Great.
Casimir sets up his sleeping stuff and sleeps in the corner. Ismark just seems to be thinking to himself. Is there anything that you would like to do before you take a night's rest?
I was gonna say explore the castle, but I mean, she's already explored the tower.
Yeah.
So it's not like there's
you've
anything
explored the area pretty thoroughly.
Yeah, there's nothing in particular, so I guess not.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, you sleep. Close the door. And you find a relatively nice night's rest. It smells musty, but the tower is relatively warm. But as sleep takes you... That was loud. Sorry, chat. You begin to hear a sound coming from the darkness of your mind. And that face, that wide-toothed maw, replays over and over again. That devilish smile, that feeling of security, like he would never hurt you, dissolving in an instant, shakes you to your core. And you have horrible, horrible nightmares. You dream that Strahd has already found Irina and Esmeralda. And you stumble upon a town that you don't recognize. The bodies of your friends, well, your friend and your acquaintance, strewn about a building that you don't recognize. Their walls painted in a similar fashion to the room that Amelia left for Irina. You see Amelia dancing in the blood. Beatrice giving you like a oopsie kind of a look.
Have I met Beatrice?
Oh, no, not Beatrice.
I was be like, all right.
Yeah, Diona giving you like that oopsie kind of a look. And Strahd looking back at you with that boyish smile. Which gives way into that peeled back face, blaring red eyes and toothy maw, and you can't move. As you step backwards, you find your body getting closer to him. You try to turn around, but you can't, and you try to keep moving backwards, but every step that you take, it's like the area in front of you is just moving closer and closer and closer, until eventually Strahd opens up and embraces you, and you are enveloped in darkness. And just like that, you are awoken by the sound of a door opening, stone on stone. The front door begins to open and everyone springs awake. What?
Yeah, no, Serena, she's had a horrible night, and it's right at the moment that she's like about to meet Strahd, and she like instinctively, like, half sleep, half awake, like grabs her weapon and like at the door.
Yeah, silhouetted, lit by torchlight. The first thing that you notice is the humanoid figure lighting the torch. A familiar, half-elven face. But to his side, something you did not expect, and definitely makes your adrenaline shoot through the ceiling, as you see a fucking tiger.
Oh, there!
And it is glaring at you with the torchlight, and Rictavio puts his hand down and starts petting the tiger. And the tiger especially is glaring at Casimir and snarling and looks like it wants to tear his face off. And Ismark is like, holy shit, you weren't lying, holy shit.
And Serena gets up and she's quickly like, pointing at them and the tiger, and she recognizes Rictava, but like she's still like really high strung right now.
Yep. Oh, there, hold on. And the voice is not one that you recognize, though it is coming from Rictavio's face. Easy there, young tiger, easy. What is he doing here? And he points to Casimir. I could ask you the same question.
What is going on?
You first. Why would you bring a Vistani into my home?
I wasn't... Well, oh yeah, you did mention you didn't... Did you? You were asking me about the Vistani.
And the tiger lunges over and Rictavio smacks him with a cane. And the tiger just whimpers and just looks back, kind of
like
fierce.
A puppy?
This is a cat.
Uh-huh.
It looks pissed off all the time, but it respects the crack of his cane. And he is just glaring at Casimir. Answer quickly. What is Avastani doing here?
He's helping me, okay?
How?
He told me about the Amber Temple. And he says that there's something that is likely there that could help stop Strahd.
Amber Temple, you say? Oh, of course. You know, haven't explored that place myself, but he could be right, could be wrong. Fine. Hey, the tiger looks up at him. Don't kill that one. And tiger goes over to the corner of the room and just lays down. Full grown. Hello, Ismark. Pleasure to see you again. Serena, what's your name, sir?
Casimir. Velikov? No.
That's another person's,
It should be it is Velikov.
Really? Hell
it is
yeah!
Velikov.
Nailed it! Hello there, Casimir. He looks at you. I suppose there's no need to be coy anymore. And his form begins to shift. As you see another form. An older gentleman. Glasses, a book on one side, holding a firm grip on his cane.
I was like, wow, he looks a lot like Esmeralda.
Yeah. You can call me Rudolph.
Rudolph. All right.
Or Von Richtan if you want to be formal.
So hang on.
Well, why don't we take this up someplace more comfortable? Everyone, get onto the platform. I'd rather tell these tales with a warm fire.
Okay. And she looks at like Casimir and Ismark like, guess we should follow what he says. He owns the place.
You stay down here, and he points to the tiger, closes the door behind him. Right. Everyone on board.
Okay. And she gets onto the platform. Assuring what's about to happen.
Take us up, please. And the gargoyles start yanking the chains.
And while they're going up, she turns to Ismark and quickly is like, so that's a tiger, by the way.
Yeah. That's stupid. Why does it look like that?
You know what? I don't know, but it exists, so I win.
I'm sorry. You were right. I was wrong. A really stupid-looking animal does, in fact, exist.
Thank you.
Takes you up to his humble abode. Goes on over to the wood stove. It lights it immediately. Starts stocking with wood. Should get nice and cozy here. Well, sorry it took so long. I had some errands to run along the way.
Oh, yeah, no problem. The only things that happened was, Strahd visited, but, other than that, it was smooth sailing.
Visited here. What for?
Yeah.
Where's Irina?
And notices that Irina isn't with you.
What happened? Where is she?
With Esmeralda.
He takes off his glasses and looks at you, his pupils are fully dilated and no ins check required. He is like, what? What in the God's name is she doing here?
All right. Well, I'll try to catch you up with everything that's happened. And so she's gonna try to retell everything after leaving Goliki.
Yep, you go into Animal Crossing speak and recount everything. Yeah. I see. Yes, very interesting. Yes. Yeah.
1.5 million bells.
Yeah. That Tom Nook sounds like a bitch. He takes all this information in. Oh, God. She shouldn't be here. She shouldn't be here. And they're in Kretsk. And Strahd has his eyes on this place.
Afraid so.
Well, I have bad news then. I'm afraid I won't be able to travel with you.
Right.
If he knows that I'm here, he'll chase after you. So, I was looking forward to a good night's rest, but if he saw me come in here, I'm afraid I must be on my way. He gets up. I won't go to Kretsk. But you're making your way to... I'll inquire with the Ravens where you are, when I feel like I've lost him.
What? Repeat that?
I'll inquire with the Ravens, your location, when I feel like Strahd is no longer on my tail.
Okay.
If I follow you now, he'll simply hunt me down with you. And that will help no one. If he's looking for Esmeralda, best to keep his attention in multiple places.
Right.
That does mean I will not be able to help you with your little problem.
Well. Do you have any idea what's actually in this area? And she points to the spot that the were-ravens indicated.
I have gone all over this land in search for my prey. Ways to hunt him, to kill him. So yes, I would say that I know that area. A giant tree. Rather scary ones there. And this tree tends to not like visitors. Attacks those who aren't in service to Strahd.
I'm just imagining him like flipping through a book.
Yeah. He goes through. He opens up his notebook. Sorry, my memory is not what it used to be.
Yeah.
Okay. I actually need to use the table of continents for this one.
The table of continents. Oh
yeah,
man.
Yeah. The table. All of the continents. The table of continents.
Wow. I didn't know Strahd was in charge of an entire world.
Oh, no.
Well, shoot.
All right. Druids that serve the devil can gather there. Pray, do dark rituals and the like. Point is, it's all around this damn tree called the Giltheus tree.
Giltheus tree?
Right.
Okay.
And
What's
you...
so special about this tree?
Well... It blights the land around it. It's a tool for Strahd. It's one of the reasons why you see so many dead plants around here.
Okay. Why would the were-ravens tell me about this tree? Are we supposed to cut it down or burn it up, or...
I believe I heard you talking about a prophecy of some kind, a tarot card reading. What did the fortune teller have to say?
Okay, let me see. And she... I believe Serena took notes. Because I literally told her to do so, because that's what I do.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right.
If you don't have the notes, I can read you the thing, but I assume you do.
Okay, so put the right card, the card of power, weapon of vengeance, 5 druid, evil tree on a hill of graves. The ravens can help you.
So, the treasure's there then. I don't know how much authority I put in a Vistani card reading, but put in all of your faith in Matameva. Right, you would say that, wouldn't you? Well, if you would like my assistance with that, I'm afraid, I'm afraid you will need to wait. I'm going to be headed for the winery if you wish to know.
Winery?
Good a place as any to try to lose him. When we go in back in the forest. Do a few zigzags back and forth, head to the winery for a bit. Then maybe ask the ravens where you are if you're still alive and well.
All right, wonderful.
However, I'm not gonna lie. Now that you're both Irina and Esmeralda are in the same place, my priorities have shifted a bit. If my assistance will help with Strahd's defeat, I would happily lend my aid. But Esmeralda and Irina must be kept safe.
All right. I feel really nervous leaving her, not knowing.
Oh, don't. Esmeralda's a tough son of a bitch. She knows her way. I taught her everything I know in a very short amount of time.
All right.
If there's someone that can defend her from Strahd, it would be either me or it would be her.
Okay. I hope she's still there by the time we get there.
If she's hiding, she will be hard to find. And if she went straight to Kretsk, that place, there's plenty of good places to hide.
Okay, good. Well, neither of us will be able to go to Kretsk for a while, because, you know, obviously, she just points to the outside.
Well, you'll be heading for the tree then. Well,
Yeah.
good luck then. You can find me at the winery. I will be waiting there for a few days. And if not, you'll be able to find me in Kretsk, looking for Esmeralda and Irina.
All right.
And be aware, the ravens will expect a favor from you in return for the information that they have given. And,
All right.
and it is not in your best interest to frustrate them.
And he takes his cane and waddles on over. to the elevator. Feel free to stay here as long as you want. You just yell at the gargoyles if you want to use the elevator.
Do I say a magic word or something?
No, just tell them you want to go up or down.
Oh, well, how convenient. Because they almost killed us the other day because,
Did you try to kill them?
Did we try to kill them? Ismark?
Ismark just opens his mouth and tries to say something. Say no more, I know that face. Get your shit together, son. We've got a vampire to kill. And going down. And the chains start to go down. Watch yourself. Trust no one. And, good luck.
I'm just glad I don't have to climb up and down the side of the tower anymore.
One victory at a time, I suppose.
One victory at a time.
And hey, you did not get killed by Strahd, and that's nice.
Yeah, but he, I'm like his little toy, and it's,
I understand.
Do you understand, really?
Yes, more than you know.
Time is it?
It's probably early morning.
I would want to get more sleep, but I don't think I'll be able to. And she's just gonna get ready for the day.
Okay. For the sake of simplicity, I'll still give you a long rest, but you do wake up very early in the morning. And you head back outside into the freezing woods. And the temperature has reverted back to normal from what it reverted to when Strahd was present.
So, to the trees then.
To the trees, I suppose.
And that is here on the map, yeah?
Yeah, according to both the Ravens and Rudolph, they said, well, yeah, there should be a tree here.
Okay. Well, on we go.
And with crack of the whip, the horse carriage goes. Alright, let's go to the very front. As you make your way through the winding roads of Barovia, the scenery begins to shift. Dense forests begin to get more and more snow. As you start ascending in altitude. Wind begins to pick up. And the temperature begins to drop substantially.
All right. I forgot this is the way that it is in the West.
He bundles himself up. Ismark, still dressed in his noble's clothing, is just gritting his teeth. Frost is building up on the sides of his arms. And he's not flinching, just looking pissed off and very serious.
should be over somewhere this way.
Following the main road. Where can I have my thing? There it is. As you make your way through the winding roads, the snow begins to build up. And you begin to hear a familiar sound. Coming from the blizzard beneath.
Oh, god damn it again.
He gets up, draws a sword. I know you're there. Come out.
Let's just get this fucking done. Hold on. Maybe that'll pass us by. I don't think so. Serena?
And she draws her weapon.
Shink. As the weapon is drawn, gigantic forms start to make their way through the mist as 4 dire wolves show themselves. And with that, I need you to roll me some initiative.
All right. Yay!
The fur on the exterior of these dire wolves is covered and blanketed in snow, and they look like they are ready to pounce.
My favorite. Okay, initiative.
+2.
Ha!
All right. Nice.
I'm on it.
That is, you are on it. Perfect. And that's Casimir's, and this is Ismark's. And that's a 17. Not too shabby.
I mean, we heard the wolf howl, so we're like, oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go again.
Yep. All right, top of the round, we have you, Serena. These wolves are encroaching very slowly. And they look like they are about to completely ruin your day.
Wow. Ruined my whole day. Ah. We don't want that.
And for the sake of simplicity's sake, we're just gonna use this map.
Okay. Cool.
So,
Bam.
all right. Yeah. So you'll be positioned over there.
Wait. Oh. Well, I mean, we're all on. The wagon.
Yeah. You're.
His mark's over there.
Yeah. No.
What?
No. Yeah. His mark's over there. And there's Casimir. And yeah, here's your wagon. Woo! Look at that wagon. And the wolves.
Yay!
The dire wolves. There's 3 of them. Are encroaching. Slowly. But surely.
Oh, look at the cute little doggies.
These cute little doggies want to rip your face off.
Oh, but I mean, but they're cute though.
So, top of the round, we have you. As these wolves are drawing in close.
Well, at this point, let's see. How many of them? There's two. Wait,
There's three.
Of them? Ah, well. Might as well use my signature move.
All right.
It'll hit all three of them, and it won't hit any of us.
Okay.
So, like...
That's a con save?
Is it a con save? It is. 18 damage. Not... Well, yeah,
Okay.
not too bad.
So that is 2 failures and a success. So... There we go. We have the red, which... The damage was 18. Not bad. Eesh. 18. 19. And these two are pushed back 10 feet. As you hit your violin with a screech, a echo of thunder shoots out from you, and the dogs are pushed back.
Are they pushed back?
If they fail, yeah. It's 10 feet. They're pushed back 10 feet if they fall. You still have your bonus action in your movement if you would like.
If... I'll read it later. Okay, so I saw my bonus. I will use an inspiration and give it to Ismark.
Okay. How do you inspire him?
Well, Ismark, even though we can't really do anything to hurt Strahd, you can always help by, trying to get rid of these things.
They aren't knocked back. You're right. Thank you.
I mean, if they're knocked back, that's fine.
Yeah. I was thinking of a different spell. You're right.
Thunderwave.
Yeah. And Ismark is inspired. Great. Next up is the Red Wolf. I guess unless you wanted to move. Did you want to move?
Do we want to move?
Do you?
No.
Okay.
No. I'm gonna stay right here.
And is gonna take.
Together.
Yep, and is going to take a bite of you. And that is a 19 to hit.
Ugh, I guess it hits.
Yeah.
Fine.
That is 13 points of piercing damage. And I need you to make me a strength saving throw.
Oh no. Oh, that's the worst one. That's a natural 20 though. I'm fine.
This wolf jumps over your side and takes a big bite, piercing through your new leather armor, chomping and chomping. It doesn't look like it's gotten through too much flesh yet, but it hurts a lot. The pressure is definitely putting a lot of pressure on the bones, and it tries to tumble you over, but you are holding firm. And
natural 20? Oh gosh.
Casimir is going to oh my goodness me. I forgot. Now I need to start remembering spells. He is
Yay!
Yeah, that is a 60-foot cone. He is going to step right there and blast these two. Spells start to manifest themselves in his hands, and the snow that is surrounding you stops. and you realize that it's actually being focused into both of his hands. And lets out a flurry of ice shards. And that creature needs to make con saves. And that's a success and a failure. And then they take 88. Okay, so one of... Actually, one of these... Yeah, no. Even with the one that saved, flurry of ice shards. They pierce all over these direwolves' bodies. And with a yelp, they are impaled by several gigantic ice shards, and they both die instantly.
Wow. All right.
Yep, and there goes them. And Ismark is going to do what he does best. He's going to flank the creature, and he's going to mess him up. All right.
Mess him up.
Mess him up. All right. Plunges his great sword into this wolf's back, and it's your turn.
All right. Well,
And it looks like it's ready to die. It is whimpering. It is so sad.
Okay. Listen, puppy. See, at first, this dog tried to kill me, but then it's like a whimpering dog, and I'm like, oh. Even though you tried to kill me, I still feel bad. And so she's going to take her rapier and just kill it.
Yeah, fair enough. I won't even have you roll. This is a mercy.
It's a 23 anyway, so...
No, and this thing is very low. As I thought this random encounter would be with this point. Just... goes limp. Well, this is actually fairly fortunate. I can make us all pelts. And he gets out a skinning knife. Shink.
Okay, and she's like, removing the dog from her waist.
Yeah.
And
it's sore. It's gonna be bruised, but yeah, it's fine. Just real quick. And you realize that you've gotten a lot stronger. It really even though that encounter that you've had with Strahd, you realize that you have gotten a lot stronger.
Yeah. She realized, like, last time we fought wolves, granted there were more wolves.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, she took these wolves out real quick. And, of course, Strahd is, staring into our souls.
And Strahd is back. No, that was the wrong one. Yeah. So, Casimir is going to go around and... Oh, my goodness. And does an absolutely shit job skinning these wolf pelts. Really only gets one usable one out of him. But he is in a hurry. He's like, all right, I can tan these a little later. But, coats. For now.
Lovely.
Still warm. And he offers you the bloody coat.
And she's gonna, like, clean the blood first.
Yeah, prestidigitation. And it is a really fine wolf pelt now with just the flick of a wrist.
And she holds it and she, like, wraps it around her shoulders, like, okay, this is actually nice.
Yep, still warm from the body that it used to be on.
That's traumatizing. Okay, so we're gonna continue on.
All right. You continue onward. Traveling by map.
So are we, like, here now?
You made your way over. You're going to the tree.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's to this. That's to the south, if I'm not mistaken.
Huh?
You
I thought it was above.
You were shown it on the map. Let me check.
Yeah.
Let me check.
I thought it was above here.
Let me check real quick.
Like, I put my icon where I thought
Yester
the tree was indicated.
Hill. Sorry, everyone. Barovia is a big place. Yester Hill.
It's not here? Did I indicate it somewhere else? Someone's gonna go back to a former stream and be like, you know, counting their fingers like.
Yeah, no. I've messed up in this campaign. I'm not gonna.
Oh, no,
I'm not gonna pretend that I haven't. Yeah.
I've messed up in this campaign.
Yeah.
Every session.
Yeah. There's a lot.
There's a lot. Okay, and my memory is like the memory of goldfish. So.
Why? Yester Hill. Yep. And go and then check in there. Yester Hill is there. Yeah. So Yester Hill is this mound right here. Is this mound right? Is this mound right here?
What?
Yeah.
What?
I
What
don't-
was up here?
Nothing. That you know of anyway.
What the heck am I doing? What am I doing here?
Yeah, nothing that you know of is up there. I don't know. Oh, damn. I guess you gotta turn around. You've wasted a few days travel.
No!
Yeah. So, you make your way down. And the trail...
Okay, shoot. There, we're here now.
Yeah. So, the trail starts to give way and things start to become bumpy really fast. And... yeah, I don't think there's... Yeah, and as you go up, you start to head down just as quickly as you descended, and that was the majority of this day. You went up in elevation to the snowy mountains, and then went back down to the forests. And for the sake of keeping us sane, I'm just gonna say,
Strahd is always watching.
you take the 2-day travel until you eventually make it to your destination.
And I think during one of those days, probably, you know, around nighttime or bedtime, she actually is going to look at the journal pages that she found in the wagon.
Sure. You have the journal pages. Ismark looks over. What you reading? As the sound of the clocking horses and the carriage moving back and forth. Just a fair.
I found these pages in Esmeralda's wagon.
What do they say?
Well, and she sits next to Ismark so he can read it, but I guess I'll read it here. For more than 3 decades now, I have undertaken to investigate and expose creatures of darkness to the purifying light of truth and knowledge. Hero I am called in some circles, sage and master hunter in others. That I have survived countless supernatural assaults is seen as a marvel among my peers. My name is spoken with fear and loathing among my foes. In truth, this virtuous calling began as an obsessive calling to destroy a vampire that murdered my child. And it has become, for me, a tedious and bleak career. Even as my life of hunting monsters began, I felt the weight of time on my weary shoulders. Today, I am a man who has simply lived too long. Like a regretful lich, I find myself inexorably bound to an existence I sought out of madness, and seemingly must now endure for all eternity. Of course I shall die, but whether I shall ever rest in my grave haunts my idle thoughts and torments me in my dreams. I expect that those who think me of a hero will change their minds when they know the whole truth about my life as a hunter of the unnatural. Nevertheless, I must reveal here and now that I have been the indirect and yet certain cause of many deaths and the loss of many good friends. Mistake me not, I do not merely feel sorry for myself. Rather, I come to grips with a devastating realization. A devastating realization. I now see that I am the object of a baleful Vistani curse. More tragically, the nature of this hex is such that I have not borne the brunt of it. Instead, far worse, those who surround me have fallen victim to it. I have related the tragic story of how my only child, Erasmus, was taken by Vistani and sold to a vampire. I explained how Erasmus was made a minion of the Night Stalker, and how it was my miserable part to free him from that fate at the point of a stake. What I have neglected to illuminate before is how I tracked Erasmus's kidnappers across the land, and how I extracted the whereabouts of my son from them. In fact, the Vistani took Erasmus with my own unwitting permission. They had brought an extremely ill member of their tribe to me one evening.
And she flips the page.
Well then.
And insisted that I treat him. But I had taken to drink in those days, and under the spell of the bottle, I was unable to save the young man's life. In fear of their retribution, I begged the Vistani to take anything of mine, if only they would withhold their terrifying powers, about which at the time I knew nothing. To my astonishment, they chose to surreptitiously take my son in exchange for their loss. By the time I sobered and realized what had occurred, they were many an hour gone. Incensed beyond reason and driven by rash impulse, I strapped the body of the dead young man to my horse and doggedly followed the Vistani caravan through the woods, naively allowing the sun to set before seeking shelter for the night. After darkness fell, I was beset by undead that would have slain me had not their master, a lich, intervened and spared my life, for reasons that I still do not completely understand. He somehow detected me, and with his powerful magic, took control of a pack of zombies that had wandered in the forest. He spoke to me through the mouths of the dead things and placed a magic ward against undead on me, then animated the body of the dead young Vistani man and bade it tell me where I could find its people. Unfortunately, I say in hindsight, the plan worked. I found the child stealers as my unwelcome entourage became a growing horde of voracious undead that could not touch me, thanks to the Lich's ward. I threatened to set the zombies on the Vistani unless they returned my dear boy. They replied that he had been sold to a vampire, Baron Metis. Something inside me snapped. I released the zombies, and the entire tribe was eaten alive. Yet the story has not ended. Before she died, the leader cursed me, saying, "Live you always among the monsters, and see everyone you love die beneath their claws." Even now, so many years later, I can hear her words with painful clarity. A short time later, I found my dear Erasmus made into a vampire. He begged me to end his curse, which I did with a heavy hand and a sinking heart. The darkness had torn him from my loving arms forever, and I foolishly believed that the curse had exacted its deadly toll. I wept, and as my heart emptied, so did rise an insatiate desire for vengeance that I fear I will never quell. And she sees that's the last of the page, and she thinks, so this is Van Richtan's.
That's a sad story.
Yes.
I wonder what Irina's doing right now.
I wonder as well. I hope she's all right.
Well, if what's written on this page is true, then I can definitely say that, I trust Van Richtan's motivation.
And she's just thinking of everything that had happened. You know, like Irina leaving and Strahd showing up and her being completely under his control, not being able to do anything. And traveling here, and she's like, I hope whatever's at this tree is worth it. I hope that there truly is a way that we can stop Strahd. There has to be. Whether or not I accomplish that or not.
As you make your way through this wood, the wind begins to pick up a little more. And lightning starts to sound above you. No little droplets of rain, but it's mostly the wind and the lightning, and then the rain really starts to pick up. The trail through the thick wood leads to a hill covered with dead grass and cairns of black rock. Dark, ominous clouds gather high above, and a bolt of lightning strikes the hilltop. West of the hill, the land, the woods, and the sky vanish behind the tower, a towering wall of fog. And you see a hill above you with a massive dead tree at the center. You can't quite see on the hilltop, but you feel like you were in the right location just as you hear of a raven flying above you, and then comes down and goes back into the tree line.
Well, here we are.
Here we are. And she's looking around like, okay, well, what is supposed to be here? And she's just gonna look around.
It seems like it's just a hill in the middle of nowhere. And as you get off the cart, Casimir hitches a horse to a nearby tree. And you take a look around at this place. And you feel more uneasy than usual looking at this tree. And with the accompaniment of the lightning and the wind, it's only natural that you feel like something horrible is about to happen. And that is where we are going to end tonight's session.
Yay!